Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Festival edition. Today we are with Scott Estes. He's with the, excuse me, it's not Scott. Scott, what's your last name?
Last name is Scott. Last name is Robbins.
Robbins. Scott Robbins. He's with the Estes Park Rotary Duck Race. We're pretty excited about this one because we don't get a lot of duck races. So, Scott, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about you. Where'd you grow up, and a little bit about your career up until this point.
Okay, first of all, let me provide a little clarification. I don't have internet at my house today, so I'm in a coffee shop. So it's this may be a little bit challenging for me to hear you.
No,
so you're asking for my background?
Yeah, where'd you grow up, Scott?
I grew up in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Not sure how familiar you are with Colorado geography, but Colorado Springs is about 150 miles south of Estes Park, where I live right now. Estes Park is located in the mountains, and we're right at the entrance to Rocky Mountain National Park. So we're a big tourist destination.
All right, very good. Let's jump in. Let's talk about the Rotary Duck Race. When does that happen, and describe it for us?
The duck race is always the first Saturday in May, and it's really the opening of the summer tourist season up here. And it's going to be May 6th this year, and it's a time when people are really happy to get outdoors, and we always hope for some nice weather up here in May, and it's a good opportunity for people to get up into the mountains and sort of start the summer tourist season.
All right, so let's break it down. What does the duck race look like? People step out of their cars. What are they going to see?
We have two rivers that come through Estes Park. One is the Big Thompson River, and the other one is Fall River. Now, we have a fairly liberal definition of river up here. And Fall River is, we're located at 8,000 feet, and Fall River is probably about 15 feet across at its widest point. So we start about 3 miles west of town, and the duck race, we have a duck drop where we have a crane, and we have about 8,000 ducks that are dropped into the river all at once. Each of the ducks is numbered and has actually been adopted by somebody previously, and the duck adoptions cost $25 this year. Of the $25, $22 goes back to area nonprofit organizations. And so we have the ducks dropped in the river. They go about 3 miles down the river to what we call Riverside Plaza, which is the center of town. And we've got entertainment going on at the duck drop location, which is a restaurant. And then we also have entertainment going on at what's called Performance Park, where the ducks will go past. We have a little amphitheater there. And then the ducks end up at Riverside Park, where we have more entertainment and face painting and all kinds of other activities.
So how long does it take a duck to get from point A to point B?
That's a very good question, and the answer is it varies from year to year, depending on how much runoff we have. So if the river's running high, then it may take about, I guess, half an hour to 45 minutes. Last year, it took about an hour and a half. And one of the things that we always have to do before the race is we have to walk the river and clear the brush and, other things like that the little ducks get hung up on.
Who gets that cold job?
That's right. We actually have about 50 people that are all stationed in the river, and they've got nets, and they get the ducks as they're trapped back going down the river and other things like that. And they actually sweep the river after the race is over to recover any lost ducks.
This is awesome. I can't wait to see this. Okay, so 3 questions. Has a duck ever been disqualified for using performance-enhancing drugs?
I'm not aware that a duck has been disqualified, but I can tell you that we have some really extensive, you can't believe the security precautions that we've got into to prevent people from throwing a fraudulent duck in at the head of the race and other things like that. We have somebody that's actually walking down the river with the ducks. We actually have, we call it the Pied Piper. So the Pied Piper walks ahead of the ducks as they're coming down. And then we have all of these people along the side. We have a sheriff to make sure that everything is appropriate and there isn't any cheating going on.
Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Well, the race sounds phenomenal. The party and the entertainment afterwards, describe that a little bit. A little bit of something for everybody, I'm assuming. It sounds like an all ages event, all ages festival, and a good time for everybody.
It's very family friendly. We probably have we have 6 or 8 different musical acts that are playing at the different venues during the course of the duck race. We have entertainment going on from 10 a.m. The ducks actually drop at 1. So we have entertainment going on from 10 a.m. until about 4 p.m. when everything is over. We have live streaming of the race. So we will have live streaming and people will be able to keep up with the ducks as they're coming down the river. And certainly we have a number of prizes that have been donated. We have 5 major prizes for the duck race. The top prize is $10,000. Second prize is $6,000. Third prize is $4,000. Then we have 2 other major prizes, which are 3-day stays at national parks. One of them is at Yellowstone, and the other one is at Yosemite. And that has a lot of appeal to people up here because, of course, we're the entrance to Rocky Mountain National Park. So it's a good prize. And then in addition to that, we actually have hundreds of prizes that are donated by merchants in town. So in addition to the main prizes, we have sort of a lottery that goes on and other ducks are matched to those prizes. So people may have a $25 gift certificate at this coffee shop in St. Anne. They may have a $25 or a $50 certificate that they can use at one of the local outdoor shops or any number of other things.
Man, that's fantastic. Okay, let's jump into this a little bit. I always ask these 2 questions at every interview. Scott, what is the best concert you've ever seen in your life?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
Scott, what's the best concert you've ever seen in your whole life?
The best, excuse me.
Concert.
I'm not hearing you. It's
okay. What's the best concert you've ever seen?
Best concert I've ever seen. Oh wow! The best concert I've ever seen was I actually saw Santana at Red Rocks. That has to be the top of the list. And he just went and he played and he played and he played, and it was a very special experience for me.
All right. If you could have one musical act, dead or alive, come to the Rotary Duck Race, who would you book?
If I could have one, excuse me.
One musical act, dead or alive?
Oh, what one musical act, dead or alive, that I would like to have here?
Yep.
You know, we have a local person here that has done John Denver covers for a long time, and he does John Denver concerts, and Rocky Mountain High is a big hit up here. So I think that John Denver would be close to the top of the list for folks up here.
That would be fantastic. Scott, how do people find out more about the Estes Park Rotary Duck Race?
Well, that's the way to find out more is to go to www.epduckrace.org. And you can go ahead and adopt ducks there. You can specify specific charities that you want to dedicate your duck adoption to. You can see a list of all of the prizes. You can see a list of all of the sponsors. We have a prime sponsor that has put up a prime sponsorship of $5,000. So this is a big community activity, and it's a wonderful time for anybody that wants to come up and enjoy the crisp Rocky Mountain air the first Saturday in May.
That is perfect. Scott, thank you for being on with us today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jake. Thank you.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of